Okay, so last video we got Saruman in, and now we need to get the rest of our minifigs in, and we have to get the rigging done. So we're going to get this orc in. This is the main model that we're going to do it on. Now, these guys are going to be very small, so we're not going to worry about some details. We're just going to get the general shape. We might put a head decal on, maybe. We're not going to worry about these legging pieces, I don't think. That's the plan, at least. There's other versions of the orc. We might put these guys in later, just kind of like change things up, but this will be the general thing. So let's go to Eldraw. And I have these parts already in, so we need that helmet. And I'll just go to my Lord of the Rings section. We want this one. Color doesn't matter. For the head, we just want it stud solid. Least amount of vertices possible. The least amount of vertices possible. And then we don't need a torso. Oh, and the reason why we want a head this time and we didn't for Saruman is we're going to use the Eldraw head because it's lower vertices. So for Saruman, we use the one we made. Higher vertices, higher detail. Closer up renders. These guys really far away, you're not going to be able to tell a difference. Okay? So just that's oh, but then we also want actually we'll use the one that we made. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Actually, ours might be lower, a lower count. And then for neck, armor plate. Okay, so we'll just hit OK. File, export. Now what I'm going to do, excuse me, I just installed 7.3, so I guess my favorites are gone that I had set up, but just going to add this. Bookmark it. Okay, so this is what we created last time. And just a quick question for you guys. Do you want me to provide these files for you as you watch along? I'm not sure if that'd be useful or not. Either you can do it on your own or I can just post a .blend file. Let me know, because I can definitely do that. Okay, so we're going to just we're actually going to save this as minifigs. And yeah. We're not going to have separate files for each fig at this point. We might change that, but when we do the rigging, I want it all in one file. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this guy, duplicate him by hitting Shift D. I'm going to move to, let's move into this layer. Okay, now we'll use this for our orc, so we don't need this, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, now we'll import. So there we go. Now we're going to do our materials quickly. So then we're going to link it to white, so that, remember all those material settings down here, we don't have to reset those. Now we're going to make this individual and call it gray. Now I have a document where I've saved a whole bunch of Lego colors, so I'm just going to open that up now. And we want dark bluish gray. It's kind of more a metallic-y color, but we're just going to start with this. So just I copied that hex 6C6E68, and this is gray. So link that. Now for here, that needs to be red. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make this, it's a single user, hit the number, call it red. And then I have this code here. Now I'm not sure if these codes are 100% accurate, but again, we'll play around with it. Better than nothing. So this guy's red. Now the head's dark red. Is this red or dark red? Not really sure. These guys are brown, so single user, brown. Looks like the torso is brown as well. And the head should be dark red. Oops, that was pointless. Actually, let's... so again, white, single user, dark red. The reason why we have to make it a single user is because if we didn't, then all the whites would be changed. And light gray for the hands, I believe. So and you can always just do Control L, which I did there, to link the materials. Okay, now I'm going to move all these to the first layer. That can be deleted. Well, you'll never see it. And then we'll just, to select multiple layers, you just hit Shift and left mouse click. 0 on the numpad to go to camera view, and F12 to render. Now because these guys are so far away, we probably won't keep. Now because these guys are so far away, we might not keep some of these reflective materials that we have. But we'll see how that goes. Now I did create a decal for this guy's head, and that is right here. I just copied it off of a picture of the minifig. So why don't we add that? So we'll do the same thing as in the last video. We'll loop select these. Only select the front ones. B for box select. And then I'm holding down my wheel mouse as I scroll over. And mark seam. Then the same thing at the bottom. Alt right click for loop select. B for box select. And then holding down my wheel button as I drag. Mark seam. Go into edge mode. Select that edge. Shift. Select this edge. and mark seam. And then here we're in our UV image editor. So image, new image, okay. U, unwrap, UVs, export UV layout, and I'm not good with naming files. Export those guys, and then we will enter into our favorite image editor and open what we just saved, just right here. Copy this, paste it in. Right in the middle there. It's not going to be perfect. I can't decide if I want it transparent. Well, let's try transparent first. So, file, save as. And then yeah, I'm going to new material. Orc head. New image or movie. Open. And then image mapping. Nope. Mapping. UV. It's already set. So it should be good. And it's kind of small. Yeah, it's kind of small. I mean, it's going to be so small, you're hardly going to even see it. If you even see it, you probably won't. But I'm a stickler for detail. I don't even know if that, yeah, that doesn't really make it better. Not really. But, you know. Well, I think that will do for now. Again, it's going to be so small, you're not going to notice. You're really not. Well, let's rig it. So let's do some rigging here. I do have a tutorial on rigging, but we're going to go cursor to selected by hitting Shift S. And I'll center in on that by dot on the numpad. Now Shift A, armature single bone. And here we are rigging. So this is our torso bone. We'll go to edit mode. A to select all. Tab to go to edit mode, by the way. Tab. A selects all. Shift D. This is our head. Should be dead on the center because we did that. Shift S. Okay, so let's see, this is our head, and the parent is bone, which we're going to rename body. Body. Then we'll shift D. That line, dotted line, means shows where the parent is. So this goes in here. Left underscore arm. Shift D. Rotate it. This is our right underscore arm. And you can see something weird's going on here. You hit the roll's got messed up. Put that back to 0. And then this is a guy, we're going to have him for our hips. So hips. Parent should be body. Oops. And then this will be our right underscore leg. Left underscore leg. Really simple stuff. I've done tutorials on a tutorial on this before. These got to be parent is hips. Hips. We want these lined up right in the middle of the circle, so good enough. I got enough. And oh, we need hands too, so left underscore hand. Go to our side view by hitting 3. R to rotate. And I'm not going to worry too much, to be honest. You can get really fussy, but if we need to, we will. I don't think we'll need to, though. So that's our left hand. Shift D. That's our right forehand. Change the parent to right arm. And then something for the weapons. Right weapon, left weapon. Yeah, so I think that's it. Now what we need to do is make the objects, make the armature parents of the objects. We're not going to join the objects. This is our arm, so it needs to be the child of this. So you hit Control P. Set parent to bone. Done. Done. It's really simple. Control P. Oops. Did something wrong there. Control P. Bone. Bone. And then this will be both. Oh, we could have had it, yeah, let's add a separate bone for the helmet. Helmet, hair, or whatever. Change the parent. And carry on. And we forgot the torso. And as you can see, we have a fully rigged minifig. Which is ready for animation. So let's save that. Now, you'll remember we didn't do a armature for Saruman. So what we're just going to do, we're going to duplicate this. Move this to the first layer. And then this is completely separate. So we'll just do the exact same thing that we did for the orc. And just make these all children of these bones. But instead of making you watch that, I will leave it as an exercise for you. Okay, last thing, we need some weapons. So, back to Eldraw. What type of weapons do we want? Not heads, not legs. We want one of these. Oops, my mistake. Not one of those. My Eldraw library is a little messed up, but I'm okay with that. Some spears, some swords, and some shields is what we also need. There's the orc's sword. Now we just need the shield. We passed shields, didn't we? Here they are. And there's the orc shield. Okay, so export all these. Go back to Blender. And we'll just import them right in here. Boom. So we want these materials to be gray. And let's do a standard one with a sword and a shield to start. So To rotate the arm, I just rotate the view like that, and then you get a perfect rotation. If you set it up perfectly. I don't think I did, but good enough. Same thing with the hand. Just like that. Now, oh no, that didn't move. That should have moved. That means that the parents aren't set up right. Go to edit mode. Parent. Left hand. And we'll have to do the same over here. Right hand. Then we just position this here. And then we shift select on that bone, Control P. And now, if everything works right, that shield should move with the arm and everything else. Which it does, so that's good. Now we do the same thing with the sword. Hope you can kind of see some of the elements of this coming together, and if not, that's okay, because the end product is around the corner. I hope. Move that in there. Like so. Good enough. Same thing. Control P. Bone. Done. Done, done, done. So, there's one orc finished. Where's his head, though? Oh, his head's down here. Let's move it back up. Okay. So, good. Now we'll just move him over here and Shift D. Let's make one with a spear and a shield. Do we want a pike or no? Let's not use that. Classic spear. Let's move this guy to a different layer. It's confusing me. So it's that hand down there, right? And then Control P, bone, and we can rotate that arm up. Just like so. Maybe rotate the hand a little. Just so that that spear is the right way. Good enough. Maybe move the spear down a little. Good. Not, you don't want to get too fussy, but it's looking pretty good, I think. Then same thing, just Shift D to duplicate and get rid of this guy. And then we'll make one with no shield and just this this spear. So well, that's simple. That's simple enough. Just move it in there. Yeah, we're done. Control P. Maybe move this arm down so it's not just floating around. Alt-R to reset the rotation on this guy. And that's it. That is it. We have our army assembling. Let's render them all nice like. And F12. There we go. How's that? An army of orcs is forming. Okay, so I hope you guys start seeing where we are going with this project, and yeah, I hope you learned something. Again, if you want the files provided, let me know, and I'll be happy to post them somewhere. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and next tutorial, I guess, will be kind of yeah, we'll just be positioning some of these orcs now and start getting a feel for how our computer will handle all this stuff that's going on. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.